Hey guys, so I'm just going to jump right into it. This is the before of my hair, before I started my wash and go. It's not too dry, but it's just icky, and I just wanted to restyle my hair. So basically that's what we're doing here in this video, and I'm just going to jump right into it. Okay, so this is my hair, freshly washed and conditioned, and so basically I'm just wringing out the excess water that is in my hair. I try not to like towel dry or even sometimes t-shirt dry my hair when I'm going to do a wash and go, because my hair, it really needs the moisture, and I've realized that if my hair isn't soaking wet, it doesn't really take to the product right. So okay, so for this particular video, it's not sponsored, let me just go ahead and say that, but I'm using the Urban Hydration line Jamaican black castor oil line from Urban Hydration, and it's actually fairly new for me, but I really like it. But anyway, so what I'm doing is clipping my hair into two large quadrants or sections, whatever you would like to call it, and then I am breaking that section up into a smaller quarter, I guess, or a subsection. This works for me, and it looks crazy when you're doing it, but it really helps me to be able to properly distribute the product. So even that quadrant, I'm breaking that into a separate section. So this little tool that I'm using, it's actually from Denman. It's a Denman shower, I guess a shower rake or whatever those little products are called. This is Urban Hydration Avocado Oil and Argan Oil Coconut Styling Cream. That's the actual product that I'm using in my hair. The other product was a co-washer, I'm sorry. And so basically I'm raking my hair through, and I'm about to apply that product. All right, so what I'm also doing is separating those quadrants, well, quarters as well, not for very long, just because my hair, for some reason, in certain instances, my hair gets very gets drier. So I'm just adding a little bit of additional water. Don't ask me where my spray bottle is, because I don't know. So I'm just using my own little bottle of water. This is the consistency of the product. In my opinion, it's pretty thick, and so because of that, I specifically start just below the root of my hair and just rake it through with my fingers. I do the rake through with my fingers because I do have fine hair, and that's the only thing that prevents my hair from getting very looking very wispy and looking very thin. So towards the end, you'll see that I actually do put it at my root, but it's just not very much and not for very long. This product is so thick, I just love it, and it just helps my hair to lay down. Instead of going outward, it brings it downward, which I appreciate. You can see here how it's just gotten even a little bit more elongated since putting the product in. So there I'm just pulling down the second part for that particular quarter, and I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm going to add a little bit of water, and then I'm going to start raking that product through. And so now I've finished putting the product all over my entire head. As you can see from both sides, this is what my curls look like. They're completely drenched. You can kind of even see the product just sitting on top of my hair kind of, but trust and believe it's all the way through. I've raked it all the way through. I do rake through my hair instead of using the Denman brush because the Denman brush, it just doesn't seem to work for me. So I'm just smoothing my hair a little bit around the top. This is what the back looks like, and then I'm gonna move to the next step. All right, so for the next step, when I do my wash and go, I do like to put oil on my hair for the next step, and I'm using, for this particular time, castor oil and jojoba oil. And those are the two types that I'm using. I'm actually going to mix them together and then apply them to my hair. Alright, so here what I'm doing before I apply the oil, I'm just separating my hair. As you can see, I feel like every regimen that I do for my hair, it consists of me separating my hair in some way, and that's totally fine. So as you can see, I'm just putting maybe like a quarter size amount, maybe a little more than a quarter size amount on my hair, but it's on the whole quadrant this time, so it's not like small sections, and I'm just raking it through. For me, that helps to weigh my hair down so it doesn't go out. My hair, like gravity pulls it down because it's heavier. And I don't spend a whole lot of time on this particular step either. So I'm just really just putting it in my hand, putting it on my hair, and then putting it on the whole quadrant and moving on, period. Also, I feel like when I'm applying the oil to my hair after I've put in my product, I feel like that also helps with me combating frizz, because my hair does, just for whatever reason, it gets very fuzzy and very frizzy very easily when I wear it this way. So this helps me combat that as well. Alright guys, so we are almost done. As you can see, the oil is all over my hair. I'm just looking at it, making sure, the top, I get a lot of flyaways because I wear my hair a lot of times with a part in the middle. So I get a lot of flyaways in the middle of my hair. So right here, I'm just, making sure that's laying down. Alright, so for the last and final step, I'm using the Urban Hydration No More Drama Avocado Seed Style Gel, and that's the consistency of it. Basically, once again, we are parting our hair, ladies, parting our hair, putting it in 4 quadrants and clipping it away so it's not getting in our way and getting frizzy while we're working on the smaller sections. So that's the consistency, and it's kind of loose. It's not a very hard styling gel. This is what it looks like because I like to rub it in my hands, get it a little warm. And once again, I'm just working it through this entire quadrant of hair. And I do think this portion after the oil is very important for how I do this wash and go, because it basically, I put the oil in and then the style gel for me is kind of sealing it. And you see how quickly I've moved on to the next quadrant. I am basically doing that exact same thing all over again, putting the gel on the entire quadrant. And that's basically what we're going to do for this last portion. I'm also doing my edges just a little bit because they tend to get a little frizzy as well. And the remaining product on my hands, I'm just putting it on the section that I've already worked through. Alright guys, so this is basically, that was the last step. So that I, as you can see, don't like to do a whole lot of work. Like, that's just not me. These are the curls right here. You can say they have a little bit of a white tint to them. That's only product, and we all know, and if we don't know, it does not dry that way. It does not dry that way, but that is just ensuring that your hair is protected and covered while you're wearing it in its natural state. So yeah, this is the last bit. I've put it all in my hair, all my products in my hair. I'm just working it through right now. Also working it off of my face right now, and that's it. I'm also gonna put a different part in my hair. I'm gonna put it on the side because my left side of my hair, as you can see, I always show it in all of my videos, I'm working on the damage on that side. So I love to watch the Glam Twins, and they basically years ago just basically said when they had damage, they would just disguise it or hide it, and I really felt like that was good advice for people who don't always want to just cut their hair off. So yeah, so that's it. That is the end of the tutorial portion, and I hope you like the after. Alright, so this is the final portion of the wash and go, guys. So what I'm doing here is, for the final time for this particular tutorial, I am separating my hair. Actually, right here, this is just me showing you the definition that I got with these products right before I sectioned it off. So I'm not being fancy or anything with this part of the tutorial. I'm literally just sectioning it off my hair so that I can finish it out and get some of the crunch out before I am ready to go. Alright, so I'm using the Curls Blueberry Bliss hair growth oil, and it is a hair growth oil, so it can go on your scalp or just plain on your hair, which is what I'm using it for. I'm actually just using this to just rub it through my hair, because I have fine hair. My hair, well, I'm guessing all of us natural girls go through this, but when you have a lot of product on your hair, it tends to, once it's dry, it crunches up. All products don't do it, but a lot of the times for me it does, no matter what I use, because my hair is so fine. So what I'm doing here is just rubbing it all through each section of the hair that I have already sectioned off, and just crunching it out, scrunching it out so that I can get the crunch out of the hair. So right here, as you can see, I am basically really taking care to make sure I get the oil on almost, on every single strand, even if I have to like pull out one strand at a time, so that I can make sure it has oil on it, so that it is soft and manageable, and that it's not crunchy. And when I'm finished with that quadrant, basically what I'm doing is just pulling it apart so that it's also not stiff and just stuck in that one space. So now I'm moving on to the top portion of my hair. This is the side where I told you, I have like the most heat damage. So I never ever had like a relaxer or a perm. The damage that I have on my hair, it comes from heat damage. So this part of my hair, I do take a lot of care of it when I am manipulating it, because it just gets damaged very easily. Like, I legit feel like a gnat could fly by and this portion of my hair would get damaged. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just making sure I crunch it like from the root, because it's a lot less curlier than the rest of my head. It's getting better, but it's a lot less curlier, as you can tell. And so I'm just making sure I have it on my edges since it's up at the front. All those little things just help when you are trying to protect your hair. So yeah, so I'm working on, I did pull this into 2 separate sections. I just realized that I looked like a freaking Oompa Loompa when I had that thing at the top of my head. So that's hilarious, but whatever. So I'm pulling it apart just like I did for the rest of for the first sections, and then what I'm going to do for the last section. So I'm actually just going to speed through this so that we can get to the end. Okay guys, so this is the last and final portion, and obviously I'm doing the exact same thing. This side of my hair is just like the back, and this particular side is a lot more curlier, I guess that's a good way to put it. So it just takes a little bit more oil and a little bit more separating when I'm doing this part. But this is the end, and now I'm just brushing, not really brushing, but smoothing the oil around my whole head, and just places where I feel like, oh, it's a little bit more dry, so let me just add a little bit more oil. And this was the final product. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can see the difference in my hair, because I never wear a wash and go. And thank you for watching this video.